Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about ERO Copper, gold and copper mining company with operations in Brazil. Currently, they have two active copper mines in Tucumã and Caraíba, one active gold mine in Xavantina, and an upcoming mine in Furnas that will start production in late 2027 or early 2028. If you are not aware, let me tell you that copper has been going through a period of increasing demand and recently reached its all-time highs at 14,000 per ton and expected to be in a major supply deficit by year 2035. It has to do with multiple cycles of data center build-out, power infrastructure build-out, EVs, etc. Copper is simply increasingly more important commodity in this world, while big copper miners like Freeport, trading at PE of 46, or Southern Copper Corporation that is trading at PE of 36, ERO Copper, a smaller and newer developing company, is trading much lower at a PE of 11, and I believe that creates an entry point into a company with a limited downside because of how strong is the structural demand for copper, and you're not even paying a high price for high growth asset, which in my experience is one of the formulas for high returns on stock. If you want to learn more, stay tuned. Now let's start from operational highlights. In this table we can see summary of operations for all three mines that are currently active for ERO Copper. We can see that all three mines have expanded their mining activity in year 2025. It is especially visible in Tucumã operation, where the copper production grew to 28,000 tons, while in 2024 it was just 5,000 tons. Caraíba mine has also grew its production, although much slower than it happened in Tucumã mine, but I believe after the completion of deepening extension project in Caraíba mine, the production will grow here meaningfully as well. The gold mine had a mixed result in this year. Despite processing higher tonnage of raw ore, the grade of it has declined to 8.24 gram per ton against 13.37 gram per ton in 2024, which resulted in lower gold production for year 2025. Despite that mixed result in gold, the overall revenue of the company has grown 60% in year 2025, while the gross profit grew by 90%. This already is a good baseline for why this company could be attractive for an investor at current valuation, with expectation that both Tucumã and Caraíba mines will reach their new optimal throughput, with a caveat that the price of copper will continue to rise or at least stabilize at current highly profitable level. But the main reason why I see this company deeply undervalued is their new mine, Furnas, that will go operational most likely in year 2028. What is exceptional about this mine is a very low cost of copper production. That is, of course, an expected cost, and the execution could be different from the projected result, but at 24 cents per pound, mine has a significant margin of safety, even if ore ends up being 4 times more expensive to extract. It will still be one of the cheapest mines in the world. And we can even compare it to Freeport-McMoRan cost per pound. One of the biggest copper production in the world is at $1.65 per pound. So the Furnas mine could become the most profitable mine for ERO Copper, and even at a flat price of $4.60, company expects 27% rate of return. I would argue that the price of copper will continue to rise into year 2030, 2035 as demand for continuous electrification of the world intensifies. As you can see, company had a successful year 2025. Their quarterly cash flow from operations more than doubled in 1 year time. Quarterly adjusted net income has grown to $1.04 from 0.17 cents in Q4 2024. Company is also prudently deleveraging and has reduced their net debt leverage ratio to 1.2 from 1.9 in Q3 2025 and 2.6 at year 2024. That was obviously noticed by the market, and over the last year, stock price has grown by 159%. Sometimes investors look at such a rapid rise in stock price and wrongly assume that the growth story has ended. I would argue that at current valuation, at market cap of just $3 billion and a forward PE of 6.27, this is one of the cheapest ways to participate in multiple copper-dependent build-out cycles, including data center, power grid, and EV supercycles. Simply at forward PE of 6.27, company is priced for decline, which is painfully far from truth. The Caraiba operations are expected to produce 35 to 40,000 tons of copper in concentrate in year 2026, which translates to approximately 11% of growth. The Tucumã mine is expected to produce 32 to 37,000 tons of copper in year 2026, which translates to 32% of growth in production. The gold mine is expected to produce 40 to 50,000 ounces of gold in year 2026, which translates to growth of 35% in production. And those are just existing mines. Please remember that just in 2 years, a highly lucrative, low-cost mining in Furnas will be operational. I think ERO Copper is one of the most obvious multi-baggers I've seen in a while, and I will definitely be buying more shares before and after the earnings call on May 4th, 2026. One more reason why I like buying ERO Copper stock is it will somewhat force me to monitor copper price and copper mining industry, which is a meaningful piece of the puzzle of how modern economy works and develops. That's all for today. Thank you for your time. Hopefully you will get rich on this advice. Like and subscribe.